Good morning, everyone, and welcome to my channel. If you are new, welcome. And if you are returning, welcome back. And thank you so much for returning. I greatly appreciate each and every one of you who do. Alright, let's see what's going on. Holy Spirit, please protect me, my viewers, and our families, our assets. Please protect us from any hexes, curses, evil eyes, any negative comments or opinions. Return back to sender 2 billion times fold. In the name of Jesus Christ. Amen, amen, amen. Okay. Let's see. Okay, so I'm seeing here someone here has a crazy ex-partner, or someone you dated for quite some time, like for a while, okay? And it's in your past here. I see it's a very toxic relationship the both of you's had. There was a lot of abuse going on. It was very toxic. This person, you know, they're very dark, okay? They have like a very dark side. They're not of the light at all, okay? They're coming back in here because, believe it or not, they do miss you. They miss you very much. They have narcissistic ways. They're like a sociopath or psychopath or something like that. They're very crazy here. They run in the streets often. They abuse, you know, people that they date. And this can be any sex, by the way, okay? This can be man and man, woman, man, woman. It could be trans. It could be anything here, okay? The sex does not matter. I'm just going to remind you all. So if you do hear me say he, she, it's just out of habit. When I see or feel feminine or masculine energy, okay? So just letting you know. It could be either sex, unless I actually see, like I said, children or something, difference of a sex, then I'll let you know. But for most part, this is, any sex here, okay? So take it how it resonates for you. If it resonates at all, it might not resonate with all of you, okay? It's a general reading. So only take what fits. Don't make anything fit. So let's get into it here. Okay, so anyway, with this toxic relationship from the past, okay, you learned a lot here. I feel like you ended up in this toxic relationship because you were feeling vulnerable. You were dating someone prior to this person who was toxic, but not as toxic as this person. They weren't physically harmful, as, I'm not seeing here. It was like your first love, maybe, or something from a long time ago, okay? And they felt that you two were just too young. They wanted to explore their options. The only thing I do see that was a little toxic here is that this person way before this one, who you really were in love with. Okay, that's why I'm saying the love here was a soul connection that you had with this person, but they weren't meant to be in your life forever. They were meant to be in your life for a season. Okay, this person was to come in and strengthen you, build your character, teach you some skills here that you just were very oblivious to or naive to. Okay, this person was to have you experience some lessons here. Okay, which, that's what the connection was very strong here because of these lessons that you had to learn with this person. Okay, I don't feel they were bad for you. This person could live at a distance from you at the time when you were seeing them. Doesn't have to be, but I do see a lot of like driving. I see traveling. Unless you were the one that was traveling or someone travels a lot. When I see traveling, I'm seeing like either a person would live in a distance from you, you had to travel to them, or you just travel a lot. Okay, so take it how it resonates for that. Like I said, for some of you, it is the person is in a distance. Okay, they live in a distance. For others of you, you would travel to them, and it's from a distance. Or some of you work at a distance, and so there's always traveling involved to get to this person, no matter what. Okay. It's different for everyone. It's a general reading. Okay, so I'm just reminding everyone that. Take it how it resonates. Okay. So yeah, so this person was in here for a season. They weren't here for permanency. Okay. You were very attached to them. When it was time for them to go, I don't feel they left in a really bad way. I mean, it was hurtful that they were gone, but to a point, you eventually understood here. You understood why, okay? And you know that both of you were too young, inexperienced, okay? And you just want to go explore these options here, all right? So they moved on. I guess you were trying to move on from this for some of you. And when you were trying to move on, I'll be right with you, okay, Mama? Just can stay over here and play with your toys, alright? With your shoes on? Okay. You're very cold, baby. I'm sorry, my daughter's home, so she will be coming in and out of my readings here. Sorry.
Say hi.
Okay, say hi.
Hi.
Okay.
I have to do my hand.
Go ahead, put your hand in the camera.
Hi.
Hi. Alright. She says hi. Okay, so it was can you close the doors on because I don't hear the background, please. They so their time has run out. They didn't feel good, okay, to leave this relationship, so they wanted to be like you're always kept in communications with them. So for most of you, this soulmate always stayed as a best friend or a good friend or somebody you can depend on to listen to you, to talk to about all your problems. They're a great listener. And it could have been a Libra here or an Aquarius. Okay. Or they have a little bit of both, but they're definitely logical, okay? But they knew if they stayed with you any longer, it was going to harm you more than anything else. They're trying to show you need to find your life, your happiness, and, live your own life. And because I feel like for some of you, this person, it was just like you lived and breathed them, like they were your main focus. Some of you came from toxic families, and it's very common, okay, where you didn't have a father figure in your life or a mother figure to show you that nurturing that nurturing care that you needed. Okay. And you found that in this person, possibly, for some of you, some of you not. Okay, take it how it resonates. And the way this person loved on you and showed you this love, it was divinely guided. Okay, but the thing is, it's not all about a person loving on you. They were showing you need to love yourself. Okay, you shouldn't, you weren't supposed to be depending on them just to love on you. They were showing you need to love you because there's nothing wrong with you. You need to put yourself as a priority. Okay. There are a lot of lessons here to be learned that you were supposed to learn, but most of you were a bit oblivious here. Okay, a bit oblivious, and you were just taking it as this is going to be your one and only. You're going to live and die with them, and you're not going to need any kind of lesson, or you weren't focused on the lessons that this person was just soulmate was trying to teach you here. Okay, they were loving on you, showing you how good you were, how good of a person you are, and what you're capable of. Okay, and teaching you how to be independent in some kind of way. And it's different for all of you what they were teaching you, but your main focus was them. Only they could love you. Only you can love them. You were putting it in a way where you were codependent on this person's validations and things like that. And this person they're very logical. Okay, and they didn't see a future with you because it's like they don't want to be just the priority of your life. They want you to have your own life and fulfill it with your happiness. You know what I mean? So it was very painful for whoever went through this breakup here. And the lessons that you have learned, you were oblivious to. You didn't even think about these lessons because you weren't even that in spiritual awakening yet. But now, as you've grown, okay, I see that you understand now what this was. Okay, you understand now, but you ended up learning everything. It's just that they weren't enough because I feel like you were too young and you were just going through too much and you weren't in that headspace. Okay, you weren't in that headspace. You had a lot of healing to do. This person understood that and they were trying to help you heal, but you have to heal yourself. Okay, they cannot force this healing for you. Okay, they're not they cannot be your blankie. Okay, so they parted from you. It was very hard. You were really disappointed. You were in a shock. For some of you, this person was at a distance, so they made that as an excuse that, oh, I have to drive so far. It's just not working out. I want to be with somebody who's closer to me. For others of you, the excuses were, I like of someone else. I want to, explore my options, but I still want to be good friends with you. However, it was left off. It wasn't like in a terrible term. It just felt like you were put out in the cold in some kind of a way, but they tried really hard not to make you feel that way. But they wanted to give you that space to heal. Okay, so they might have been silent for a while and then they came through again. Now, because you were trying to move on from this person, okay, you were very codependent here and you started dating, like in a desperate way though. You started dating really toxic people here, okay, really toxic people that used you, didn't care about your boundaries, didn't care about who you were as a character. They just wanted someone that was easy to play with and disregard, basically. And please don't take us in an offensive way because I'm just reading what I'm hearing and what I'm seeing, okay? Because I'm not judging anybody here. This is just what I'm seeing, and I have no room to judge because I'm not perfect either. So don't worry about that, okay? Um, I'm not judging anyone, okay? However, I am going to talk about this because this is what I'm seeing, all right? So please excuse my background, my baby's home, so. Okay, so you start dating toxic people just to fill that void that you were supposed to fill within yourself, okay? That void got worse, it got deeper, it got larger. It was just a dark hole that you put yourself in here after this person left you because you were so codependent on them. And this person, this is not what they wanted you to be like. They wanted you to be free, explore your options, but not just in people. They wanted you to go, excuse me, go educate yourself, go do something that you enjoy doing, go to college or get a job that makes you happy or take up some classes or whatever it is. It's not like they wanted you to go explore people. They wanted you to grow and love yourself enough, to make better choices for yourself. But that just didn't happen for you. Okay, it didn't happen for you. Some of you freaked out and end up going to some witches here who are from the dark. They do card readings here. This dark witch, and God, unfortunately, some of you went to this person, and this person's about money, okay? And they do horrible things for this money, including taking like your whole paycheck here to do some kind of spell work. And then if you didn't do what they wanted, it's like they would do some kind of spell work to harm you, to harm your job, your career, your life, okay? Until you gave them that money. Unfortunately, this witch is not a good person, okay? And there are a lot of tarot card readers like this, and you need to be very careful, okay? You do. Because they're all, not all, but a lot of them are out to get just the coin, okay? They don't care about the job to help you. It's about their coin, all right? So please be very careful when you're getting card readings for people that you actually pay for, because not everybody has good intentions and they can actually harm you, okay? Spiritually, they can harm you. And they can leave open doors if you have them do some spell work for you, like you want come to me spells. Or that's why I tell people here, do not pay anybody for any kind of spell work, because you're putting yourself in a really bad position here. This person is actually going deeper inside your soul here and picking out things from you, and it's very dangerous, okay? It's very dangerous, and you shouldn't go to just anybody. You have to be with somebody that you really can trust here, because these people, they can do other things to control you and harm you in many different ways, to get that money, all right, from you. It's all about that coin. So that's why I tell you, if you're going to do any spell work, learn how to do it yourself, okay? There's plenty of information on it. I don't say, I'm not going to enforce people to do any kind of spell work, because it's just not good. It's against people's will, okay? I'm kind of against that. I'm against that, okay? But if you're going to do something, take ownership for it and do it yourself, okay? Because things can get really nasty here on your part, all right? Even if it's just like a acknowledgement type of spell where, you want somebody to acknowledge that you're there, that you exist, that you're attractive in any kind of way, you're handsome in any kind of way. Again, it's like those things you want to do on your own, okay? Be very careful out there, please. So anyway, for some of you, you paid for some kind of spell work from a dark witch, okay? This dark witch was very money hungry. They're also married to a masculine. This one particular one that I'm seeing, they're married to a masculine that has, they're actually a warlock. So it's a witch and a warlock, okay? They do this together. But it's basically, and I'm not saying her spell work doesn't work. It does work. But she works from the dark. Okay? She works from the dark, and then if you stop paying her money, what she does is she keeps all these portals open here for you to be exposed to a lot of demons and just really bad omen. It's just really bad things that she keeps these doors open, and so they come and they come and it's just like they mess you up. You start getting nightmares. You might start seeing dark shadows, things like that, because she never closed these portals. She just leaves them open, until you give her that payment, and then she closes them for a little while. And then the minute that you don't pay her when she wants money again, she opens up these portals. And she does that because she has property of yours, either some hair of yours, or she has just something of yours. But what I am seeing here is that this person had given you this soulmate you had, okay? And they gave you some kind of gift. I don't know if it's like, for some of you, it would have been like a fake rose, could have even been blue. For others of you, it could have been like like a decoration type of thing made out of glass, like a jewelry box or something that makes music or something like that. It's different for all of you. And she asked for something that they had given you because the energy is there of this person and all the gifts that they gave you. And they touched. That energy is there. So she's transmuting that energy and doing her spell work with it. So she's actually controlling. Again, she's taking away the choices of this person that you want a love spell on. She's controlling this person's choices. And then in return, you got some karma here because of it for some of you. And the karma for some of you was, some of you ended up getting into a car accident, losing your job, almost getting into an accident, family members treating you badly, people not liking you, you feeling like an outsider, people putting you out in the cold, stuff like that. It was like, it's different for everyone, the karma, that what it was, but it hit you about 3 times fold. So I'm seeing that 3 major incidents had happened to someone here who went to this dark witch or witches, okay, that kept wanting payment from you for these spell work and controlling you with that money, okay, that you barely couldn't afford yourself because you still had bills of your own to pay. And I just don't feel that you knew what you were doing going into this whole spell work thing with this witch, okay? And yeah, it ended up being really bad. So for many of you, because this happened, it happened because of what you did. You had some dreams and some insight that it was a karma that happened. That's why you ended up in this situation. And you thought it was over with, but it's not. Because now it's like you still have those lessons to learn from being with that person. You had that karma happen to you because you're going against the divine here by doing this spell work, and so was that witch. But because, you the one coming to her for this service, you're the one that's going to get the karma, not her so much. Because it's like she's doing it for you, okay? She's doing it for you, but with your permission here, so it's different, okay? And she's protected, obviously. Nobody's going to do spell work unprotected unless you're a real moron. No offense. You gotta be really protected because everything's out to get you, okay? Any kind of power here. But anyway, I feel here that this witch also felt, for some of you, that you were gonna be Once you awakened, you were going to be something. You're going to be something special here. They don't know if it was going to be like you're a star seed or something of the light here, okay? Um, that once you went through an awakening, this witch really, for some of them, they knew you were going to be something, of the light. For others, they had no idea because you weren't awakened yet. So, for some, they wanted to keep these portals open to make sure you never become awakened. Because they wouldn't want that, because then, of course, you can put all that karma back onto them, right, by returning to sender. And they were afraid of that also. So, but because most of you are not very malicious in that way, most of you, you kind of just let it go. But the lessons were still there, okay? The lessons were still there. And that was part of your lesson too about, you can't force people to love you. You have to stop chasing people, okay? That's not how it works. You have to attract people. You have to love yourself so much that, it attracts people towards you. You didn't have any idea. And I don't blame you because most of us don't. We're not born knowing that. And especially when we're like brought up in a toxic family, it doesn't come with instructions about that, right? It's just something you need to learn on your own, unfortunately. Unless you have like little witchy friends or, people of the light, who are experienced, who are wise, and who help, bring this knowledge to you, you would have no idea. And I feel like most of you had no idea. You either came from people, family members who were very religious in the church or something. Others of you, it was like Buddhism or just different cultures, different religions, right? That your family put on you. And they just don't understand anything spiritual because that's not what their beliefs are. And that's fine. So you were kind of you're very naive to it, put it that way. And we all are until we get knowledge, right? So, yeah, so I feel after all this, it just, you got excited. The spell work was working in the beginning here, but then once you stopped doing the payments here to this woman or this man, to this witch or warlock, then that's when, things got ugly, a little ugly here. And that was because you might have gotten phone calls like this witch would tell you, okay, prepare yourself because so-and-so, you're the person that you were obsessed over here that was teaching you lessons, they are going to be calling you in like a couple of days. Make sure you're around the phone at such and such day and time. She was having you, or he was having you take baths with these oils and giving you crystals and stones to meditate on emotion and candle work and all that. And then you were returning these things back to them because you're giving them your energy and they were transmuting that energy into their craft, okay? And they were also controlling you for your money using that energy. So you got to be very careful out here because this is no fucking joke, okay? They can really fuck up your life, all right? So be very careful. And this is a warning. And I don't care if any witch is watching me who does this shit. It's just not right. I don't care what anyone says. I don't do that. I don't know. Anyway, everyone does their own thing. It's just not right to me when you're messing with people's choices, okay? That's not right. You're not God. You're not, you have no rights to someone else's life, okay? And you definitely, deserve the karma that you do get controlling people's lives like that. Forcing people to love you, forcing people to do things as if they're a puppet on a string and you carry their strings. You obviously didn't like it when this witch was controlling your shit. So don't do it again, okay? You didn't like it. Now you know what it's about. Now you know how they felt. when this witch was giving you all this karma, they were feeling all these things that they were putting on them, okay? And it wasn't good. And they didn't even understand why they had these feelings to begin with. So, anyway, yeah, so this dark witch, anyway, you stopped paying them. You just took the karma as it came. You know it was karma. And you're like, okay, what's the next thing that's going to happen to me? And then, boom, something happens again. And then, right when you thought it was all finished and done with, it wasn't. And then it was just like, oh my God. Then you got hit with a toxic relationship after another, after another, after another. That wasn't part of the witch, okay? That was part of your lesson here. Through the divine, having all these toxic people in your life is because you weren't learning the lessons to begin with. You were ignoring the lessons that were nice in the begin with, okay? What started out loving and beautiful, ended up real ugly real quick. So, you went through a lot of toxic relationships. People used you. People hurt you. People, destroyed your reputation. Even friends came in and destroyed your reputation, destroyed your name, okay? All kinds of shit happened to a lot of you in all different ways, okay, during this time. And a lot of it was, yes, those open doors, those portals were open. So a lot of negative energy, a lot of dark, demonic things were coming through these portals and hanging around you and causing all this conflict in your life. Okay, this would happen. I know there was other witches that you might have gone to or card readers who said they can close these portals for you. But for some of you, you did have them close the portals, okay? But again, it was temporary until you stopped paying them for some. There are some honest ones who will close your portals and not bug you for money anymore. But not all of them, okay? That's the dangerous part. And some other of you, to turn this off completely, all right? To turn all this craft around and just close it permanently, you just simply stopped believing, huh? That's it. You stopped believing. And once you stop believing, it's like it automatically, things just, went kind of frozen and stagnant here. They weren't, the dark stuff wasn't really harming you as much. The portals were still open, but they weren't really targeting you as much because, there's nothing to believe. You got so fed up with all this witchcraft and all this tarot card stuff, you might have put it in the back burner and turned everything off completely. Like, I'm not believing this anymore. It's harmful. This is not for me. And you just stopped believing. And then it just cleared a path for you. It put you on a different path, okay? But the thing is, this spiritual being, it's not a coincidence. It wasn't because of something that, you just were fascinated with. It was just, you thought maybe you're just fascinated with it, or it was just some type of growing thing that you'll grow out of, like a game. No, it was your calling. It is your calling. It's just you did not know how to practice the right way. Nobody showed you. You didn't educate yourself on it, okay? Now there's so much education on it. They have books and published books in the library. I seen just yesterday, I was there at the library and I see all kinds of Wiccan shit and all kinds of crazy things out there for spell work. And it's out there for all kids to learn and do. And, there's so much information out there. But is it the right information? That's what you need to go look up, okay? If that's what you're doing in your life. But this is a calling for a lot of you, okay? This is a calling for a lot of you. You just got scared because you went to the wrong people. You did the wrong thing by going to these witches, but you had no idea. And I don't blame you for it because we all go through this, okay? Even myself. That's why I have all this knowledge. Because I had practiced some stupid shit in my life, okay? And it brought me a lot of karma. So I know. I know. And I don't blame you. But it does get better. It will go away, I promise you. And you can still believe, and you can still be spiritual. You can still believe in different things, okay? And you know, it's just doing things the right way, all right? So if you're into spell work, that's fine. I mean, everybody does their little spell works, you know what I mean, to make their life better. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just when you're doing this spell work to harm somebody or control their choices, it's not right. And you know it's not right. It feels not right. Because if you put yourself in their shoes, would it feel right to you when you're not really attracted to somebody and then it's like you're forcing them to be attracted to you? Would you like that done to you? You know what I'm saying? It's common sense, it's logic, and we all have a little bit of it. So, you know, it's just owning up to the spell work that you do. It's, you know, you're owning up to it. You're going to take the responsibilities of the spell work. And that's the thing. When you do a spell work, you got to take accountability for what the hell you're throwing out there, okay? Good or bad. Hopefully good. Because, you know, I don't work from the dark. So, you know, I'm about God and the light, so I don't do any of that shit. But, and I'm not judging people who do. I'm just, you know, saying that you have to be accountable for what you do, okay? Anyway, it caused a lot of this toxicity. So anyway, this toxic person came around, okay? You went through several of them, but they were in and out people. They were people that came in, had their lusty sexual desires that you enjoyed for the moment, but you always felt like an emptiness, always felt like an empty hole in your heart, like you just never fulfilled here, okay? You never had fulfillment ever since that heartbreak from that person that you were with that was a soulmate had left you out in the cold. Well, it didn't leave you out in the cold. They didn't mean to, but they had to because their time was over with you. Okay, that season of lessons was over. So they were still your friend. Okay, and they still listened to you, and they might have still coached you, you know, about your life and your choices here. Maybe questioned you about them. You know, and you just weren't taking it in a red flag type of way. You were taking it as maybe you're getting them jealous, or it was just not a nice way that you were taking it, okay? And like I said, you weren't awakened yet. You were not awakened yet. You were practicing things, but you weren't awakened yet. And you had no idea what you were practicing because this witch was pretty much doing a great job at controlling your beliefs, and everything she put in your head that was from the dark, she wanted you to believe so that she can control you, okay? And that wasn't any help either, which scared you off completely. I mean, it would scare anybody off, really. But don't be scared. Just not be scared. If this ever happens to you in the future, or you know somebody, don't be scared of it. Just stop believing. Pray, you know, take a break from it, you know. Anyway, let's see here. In taking a break from it doesn't mean you're not going to get your karma, because you still have to take accountability for what you did. So even if you're like, okay, I'm done with this, I'm not going to practice this anymore, that's fine. You know, you won't get, you know, involved to other things that can cause you karma, but you're still going to get the karma that you're accountable for, that you put out to somebody, all right? So it's, you know, you can run, but you can hide type of thing. You know what I mean? Unless you're very protected. But even protected, you know, if divine wants to give you that karma for a lesson, you're going to get it. And there is no protection from the divine, my sweet pie. No, 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 no. No. The divine is what keeps you protected, if you don't know. But they can punish you just as well. And their punishment is not to, like, you know, it's to learn. It's to learn lessons here. It's not to, you know, hurt you to make you suffer and cry. And that's not the intention. The intention is that you learn from your mistakes, okay, and you don't do them again, or you do them in a better way, okay. It's understanding what you put out, you know what I mean? Anyway, so yeah, so there's a lot of toxicity here. You were dating a lot of different people. This soulmate that you had could have been there talking to you every now and then and questioning you why are you dating such toxic people? Like, why aren't you finding yourself, making yourself happy? Like, why aren't you loving yourself? You know what I mean? And I also felt they had a lot of healing to do themselves. Some of them weren't happy in their situation. They could have also had a toxic home, and which is why the divine kind of connected the both of you together. Kind of like a twin flame such kind of situation, right, with this person. But what I'm seeing here, because see, the twin flame, it's not about the body of a person, okay? It's about the soul. So remember that. It is not the body, the fossil of the person, but the soul. And the soul can be reborn in any kind of body, especially after it dies, right? So, let me see. So what I'm seeing here is that you ended up going through a lot of toxic relationships. Not even relationships, just situationships. And then there was one particular that you got involved with here. And they were also very karmic, very low vibrational. They are very dark, from the dark, okay? They were very abusive. And they're actually more abusive towards, you than anybody else, because you carry a light within your heart here that they don't have, and it intimidates them. At the same time, it makes them feel vulnerable, uncomfortable. They feel like you're like a one-upper from them, and they want to be on top of the world here. They want to be the dominant one. They want to be the one that is in control of everyone and everything. They want to control everyone's ways, everyone's choices, and they want to control everything. This is real devil energy. So they came in, they destroyed you. Okay, they destroyed you. They made you feel, because you had this light within you. It's like they wanted to. They tried to get that light out of you, so that you can be a lower vibrational person. Like they wanted you at, not even the same vibration as them, but lower, because they have to be in control. Okay, this is a very narcissistic characteristics of a narcissist, but it's just very devilish energy here, very toxic. So they could have hurt you, they could have abused you, they could have told you things that weren't true about you, just to break you down, call you names, causing you to really hate yourself and harm yourself. Some of you had eating disorders because of this person. And some of you already had eating disorders, even from toxic family members, okay? You already had that within you, but this person made it worse. This person could have made you, starve yourself. You could have been thin and they could have been still calling you fat, or you're fat and they still called you fat, whatever. Like, you know what I'm saying? They were just doing the most. They were doing the most to get you to scoop down, not, they wanted you in a place where you didn't love yourself, where they can take over, and you can, they wanted you to worship them in a way like they were a god or something. They wanted you to seek validations from them, not them from you, okay? And they were really, really, really toxic. And for some of you, it really took a toll of your life here, this person. um, I took a lot of strength, a lot of strength. The divine came in here. I mean, you prayed upon this. You prayed for help here. Because this was really hard to get rid of. Very hard. This person just wouldn't leave you alone. They would threaten you. Could even, put you in a life situation here where they're threatening your life if you left them or something like that. I'm seeing for some of you, this was a very toxic person who needed to be destroyed, really. Because, I mean, they don't have no use in this world being like that. They might as well just get killed. I'm sorry, that's just my opinion. Because you can't change that soul. The soul that came to you was actually a demon. Okay, this was not just a dark soul that can come into the light. No, 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 no. This was a demonic thing. It was like this demon was put in this body, and the reason why it was put in this body is because the person, this person at one point welcomed this demon into their body. Okay, because this demon made them feel like they were worth something, like they felt good with this demon. This demon made them feel strong. They made them feel like they had authority. They made them feel all different things that was much better than what they were in their past. Because in their past, they were in a toxic environment and they were controlled and all their boundaries were crossed and they were abused, okay? And they felt that they were abused in that way because they had a heart. And that heart got them into a lot of trouble here. That's how they feel. How if they had that demon within them that, didn't have love but hate, they wouldn't have been a victim of this. Okay, that's how they feel. So they basically sold their soul to the devil, okay, before you even met them. But you gotta be, demons they can be very smart. They're not this dumb, ugly thing all the time. All the time. There are smart ones out there, okay? They've been around for a very long time. They learn our behaviors. They know how to manipulate things very well, okay? They are skilled, a lot of them. So this demon, really, said a lot of wonderful things to this person that they wanted to hear during this time of toxicity that they were going through. So they pretty much exchanged their soul to this devil, okay? In exchange, they have this demon controlling them, okay, in this body. They could be a very good-looking person because, demons are not going to look ugly. They have to attract you in. So they're going to get a nice, lovely body, okay, but they're going to be very dark inside and nasty inside. They're going to be whatever they have to be to attract you in. They know that you are special, that you are a starseed here. For some of you, you are a starseed. For some of you, you are an empress. For some of you, you just have a very, it's like the energy of an empress, the energy of a starseed, okay? And this devil wants to destroy it, okay? And that's why they came in very powerfully, trying to knock your light, okay? They don't want you of the light. They want you of the darkness. They want to possess your soul. They want to hurt you. They want to harm you. They want to destroy you. That's what they do. So, for most of you, this demonic thing here that was good looking, but you can tell they weren't of this of this world, just the way they acted, okay? They were definitely psychotic. They do have that demon, though. They have him inside there. Even their eyes are very dark, very cold. Even, by the touch, hugging them. If they give you any kind of fake affection, I call it fake affection because this thing is not affectionate. And if they gave you any kind of affection, it was just to get you to trust them so they can get back into their work again to control you. Anyway, they did a job on you. There's a lot of abuse here, a lot of physical abuse, a lot of mind fuckery here. They really, really messed up your mind, okay? To the point, some of you, to the point where you didn't know who you were or what you were gonna do and whatever. However, the divine came in, I see, for most of you here who are willing to learn and change, okay, get out of this karmic wheel. And the divine came in, and they got you out of this situation. It took a while for most of you. It took a long time to get away from this relationship, but you eventually did get away from them, and the divine pretty much put you under their wing, okay, and guided you to the right path. Now, guiding you to the right path does not mean you're not going to have any other situations with demonic creatures and, witches that are dark and people who are dark, because, it's a balance in the world. So there has to be dark and light. So you can learn lessons. If everything was great, what are you going to learn? Nothing. You know what I mean? So, yes. We all want to blame Eve for this, biting of the apple shit, but at the end of the day, it's you gotta balance things out to learn lessons. So, you ended up, getting away from this person. You ended up, building yourself up again. Maybe you got help even. Some of you went to, to get some, counseling, some psychiatric help, mental help, whatever you want to call it. You got some help. And you started loving yourself again. You started putting back all this energy back into yourself again, putting yourself on a pedestal like you should from the begin with. But in a perfect world that would happen, but we're not in a perfect world, so we have to learn how to do that, right? I get it. Okay. So anyway, you finally did it. Maybe it took many years, whatever, you still got there. And that's what matters. It doesn't matter when you got there, it matters that you did get there in this lifetime, okay? And that's wonderful, and it's really hard. It's really, really hard to get out of there. And good for you. You did so good for yourself, and, I'm really proud of you if nobody else is, because I know how hard that is. And, you keep going, because you're worth it, absolutely, okay? Keep going, keep, making yourself happy, keep putting yourself up there before anybody else, because no one else can do it for you but yourself, okay? And you're doing a wonderful job doing it. And those of you who are still trying, keep going. Don't stop, because you're going to make it. Maybe not today or tomorrow, but eventually you will, okay? So don't give up. Just keep going. Don't give up. So, So now, because you're doing so well here, that's when this jackass comes back again. This annoying demon, okay? They're like, oh my god, what the hell happened? How they get away from me? That's impossible. Nobody gets away from me, because nobody can. My claws are deep. My chains, my handcuffs are really tight. You can't get away from me. But the divine had different ways, and they don't see the divine, okay? It's this dark thing. They just don't. They're not welcome to see anything of the light, because they're not of the light, okay? And you are very well protected here, so you don't have nothing to really worry about as long as you're not entertaining them anymore. But it's not going to stop this person from coming in and trying their hardest to cause you problems, okay? And the divine will protect you, but doesn't mean it's going to protect every single thing around you, There are certain things that you still need to see that, yes, they are involved here. Yes, that's why you have to keep loving yourself and focusing on you. Don't mind anything else or anyone else but you, okay, except your children. Like I said, that has nothing to do with the young children here. You always have to put your children, before, okay? But, as far as anything else goes, no. So, for some of you, this person came back. They see you grown. They've seen that you're so much better without them. You you vibe so much higher than them. They're like very low vibrational. They're manure for the plants. You know what I'm saying? It's like they're so low. They stink. They're just gross. And you just have nothing. You don't want nothing to do with them, you know. But they're still coming around. They're sniffing around at you. They're spying on you, stalking you. I'm also seeing here that this crazy ass demon here, this demonic being, um, had the audacity to even grab one of your animals and steal it. That was this person here. This was a karmic. This was definitely a karmic here. Twin flame, soulmate is a karmic of the dark. It's just some kind of dark energy here that is in a body of someone that you know. You know that person that the divine helped you get out of this relationship with? They're back for a lot of you. Not all of you, but for a lot of you, okay? They're back. They want to trigger you. So if you're missing a cat or a dog, but I'm seeing a cat, not a dog, okay? They stole it, okay? They stole your freaking cat. I know. And for some of you, I know, but for some of you, they might have killed your animal, all right? Your cat, your dog, something like that. Again, I'm seeing cats, but it doesn't have to be a cat. However, yeah, you know, it's like their welcoming present of, oh, I'm back, you know, welcome back present, whatever. They're sick, I know. But Spirit wants you to keep going, ignore that. I know it's hurtful if that animal, you know, meant a lot to you. I'm very sorry for your loss, okay? This, like I said, this is a very demonic person, okay? And they are very angry that they no longer, you know, are able to bond you to them, okay? They're very angry. So they're going to do torment, things like that. But not much. I mean, that was a lot. Yes, that was a lot. For some of you, that was a lot. And it was shocking, okay? But for some of you, this person is just leaving little things around to let you know that they're watching you. Maybe something you remember them abusing you with. They're leaving around your home just to give you some memories, to trigger you. They're looking to trigger you, okay? They're really sick people. They're really psychopaths here, and they're psycho. And they're doing weird, crazy shit like that. It's them, okay? If you start seeing shit like this, all right, make sure you have cameras. Put cameras if you can, okay? Get spotlights so that they can see well in the camera. I know they have these cameras now. They can see well in the dark, but whatever. Get cameras, get whatever you're gonna get. Lock up your house. This, you definitely want to get a protection spell, okay? I do have a video on it, how you can do it yourself. It's basic for negative energy, but if you add holy water to it, it does a lot. Trust me when I tell you. There's a lot of different things you can use. There's a lot of different things you can do for protection, okay? But you want to do that, like ASAP, today. Just to help, you know, because like I said, divine will protect you, but you got to protect everything else around you, okay? Your animals, everything, you know what I mean? I mean, you still have to do what you got to do here on top of the divine. I know you can believe in the divine. They will help you. They are going to guide you and protect you, absolutely. But, you know, for these little incidents like this, sometimes the divine lets it go because, you know, it's a warning that, yes, they are around. They are lurking around to destroy you and trigger you. And you need to get into that Queen of Swords energy and be protected of yourself, stand up for yourself and your people that you love, and defend yourself here, okay? And yeah, so that's what the message is from Spirit. Protect yourself even more, and don't fear it. Whatever you do, do not fear this thing. because that's how they control you, is by giving you fear. And pray, 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 pray. Whoever you pray to, I pray to God, as you know, but pray, pray, pray. It does so much. You know what I mean? God is always there for us, and He's always waiting for us to, waiting for us, to accept Him in our lives. So, whoever you pray to, however you pray, that is completely up to you, but do it, okay? Because you just need that extra, okay? It'll help a lot more, okay? So this person is aggravated. They're following you around. Some are more harsh than others, okay? They miss. It's not that they miss love or anything like that. It's just you are very unique. Your energy is very unique. Everything went well for this person in your energy. Even though they abused you and tormented you and whatever they did to you, your energy, they can never find that in anyone else, okay? So they want it back. They had a lot more opportunities and more options when they had you in their life in this bond here. But now they're going through karmic cycles here of their own. They're going through some really bad karma. It's like they're going into a mental jail or even a real prison, or both for some. And they feel that if they had you bonded to them in this light, that it would change everything around. They would no longer have to go to jail or go into a mental jail. They know something bad is coming for them. They know that. They know it's around the corner waiting for them. But if they feel that if they get to you on time and get this bond with you, that it'll stop all this from happening, and then they can have their way. And that way was going back to that abusive, toxic relationship that you ran away from, that you prayed to get out of. They want that back, but they're going to promise you all kinds of stupid shit that, oh no, I've changed. I'll never be like that again. I'm spiritual now. I believe in God, or I believe in whatever. You know what I mean? And they're just going to say anything and everything to make you want them back, okay? And don't you dare do it, because they're not changed at all. Oh my gosh. They want to control you. They're thinking if they control you this time, they're not going to let you go this time, and they're right. They probably won't, because going back to this energy, it's going to be 100 times worse. You're definitely not getting out of there, and the divine's going to be like, why aren't you learning what I taught you, Now you're going to suffer here and do it on your own, okay? Basically. Because these are all lessons, and you have to follow through with them, okay? And this person is part of your lesson here that you need to get rid of. And to get rid of that is just focusing on yourself and your self-worth. Keeping your light very vibrant. Do not let anybody throw shadows on it. And doing the inner work, manifesting good things, protection, releasing any kind of bad negative energy, okay? It's just keep constantly doing work on yourself here, and that's keeping this person away, okay? But the minute that you fall down, here they come and knocking. So this person is very much so around, and it's just, for some of you it is a karmic twin flame, and for others it's a karmic soulmate. But you'll know it's a karmic twin flame because the energy is just so strong. You're very attracted to them, even though they're toxic and disgusting. You'll feel a pull towards them. You'll always want them, but you can't be with them, type of deal. But for some of you who are healed, you don't feel that anymore at all, because you already healed, you already learned this lesson, it's over. They're just coming around with this negative energy trying to test you again, trying to see if you'll come back to them, okay? And as long as, like I said, keep focus on yourself and keep doing the work for yourself here, it'll keep this person away from you. That's it. It's loving you, it's working on you, it's not allowing any toxicity into your life. And that's what it's about. Okay, so that's what I have right now for you. And good luck. All right. I pray for all of you to be protected every single night and day. I pray for myself. I pray for everyone around me. So, yeah. So just stay protected. Just love yourself. Don't be afraid of this. Don't be afraid, because it's just you're way higher and you're vibing much stronger than this person could ever. So there's no fear to be had here. Okay, don't fear this person, or this demon rather. Just keep focused on yourself, okay? Keep loving yourself, focused on yourself, and building yourself up. Do not go down. Don't let anybody bring you down anymore, because that stage is over with. You hear me? Keep it moving. All right, so I hope this helped somebody out. If it did, if this resonated with you in any kind of way, please feel free to leave it in the comments. I'd like to know if it did or didn't. If you haven't liked and subscribed, please do so. It helps my channel a lot. And the ones who have, thank you so much. I greatly appreciate each and every one of you. You're all such a blessing to me. Excuse me. Oh, my allergies today. And if you haven't hit the notifications bell, please do so. If you want to get my content, when it comes out, you'll see it there. Entirely up to you. I'm doing a fundraiser for hungry Angolan children. I have it in a couple of description boxes, but not all of them. But it's on GoFundMe, and it's about hungry children who don't have medical, who don't have shelter. There is no shelter in Angola like that. Their government is very messed up there, so me and my family are trying to do this fundraiser for them. Anything helps, you know what I mean? So if you're interested in putting something, it's called Angolan Hungry Children on GoFundMe under Bruno Ferreira. So if you want to donate something, they'll greatly appreciate it. I appreciate it. And that's it. All right. So you'll have a wonderful day, a blessed day. Keep safe. Drink lots of water if you can. And stay happy. All right. Love you all very much. Have a great day. Bye.